Wrong title, idiot. Wrong title. Change it. Change it now before I send you back to where you came from. Now. Thank you. Now, was that so hard? Flippin' demon, why the hell did I hire him? Hello, welcome to my channel. Now today, we're going to do some speed paints. I'm just kidding, we're gonna make a manga together. Quick disclaimer, this video is a 3-part series of making a manga, so please follow along. Or don't, I can't control you. Now, I'm going to go through the process that I usually go when I'm making manga. So, if you're interested or you can't really use the techniques I do, well, it's okay. Everyone has their own way to do things. So, let's begin! We first start with the characters. Now, I drew this in out of order, but I edited it so it is in order. And sorry for the editing, I'm kinda new to this. Now, let's get started with the main character. Now, he is the main character, which means that I needed to really get his character right. Unfortunate for fate, I've drawn a lot of main characters over the years, so this one is going to be the easiest to get through. Now, I wanted him to be more of a noble kind of feel, more like a scholar or something, because that's what he was. He was at school before the plot demanded of him to become the main character. He was raised by his grandparents, mostly his grandma. And grandpa was a bit strict. He wasn't the best with raising kids. But he didn't care because he loved his family. I don't have a good name for him yet, but you guys can comment your best names for this character. And if I like what I hear or see, I'll put it in the next video. He didn't know his parents, but it didn't matter to him because he was still happy at the village he grew up in, until the incident where a drunk god caused a massive storm, killing his grandparents and destroying most of the village. After that, he was sent off to a boarding school in the big city to the hopes that he will get enough money eventually in the future to help rebuild the village, or at least make it prosper once again. So yeah, if you're an Asian or American, he's super relatable. Now I will admit, the red eyes is kinda cliche, and the white hair, but still, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which is a perfect segue to this character, Ava. She is the hothead of the group. She is a rebel, just straight up a revolutionary, and will join the main character in a way to take revenge on many, many evildoers that will fall upon the plot later down the line. Now, I don't want to spoil the backstory of this character because, well, I'm still writing it and I still have no idea which backstory is right at this moment, but this character is really cool to design. I took some inspiration from rock bands and some glam rock feel. Not to mention, she is a total rebel, so I took some inspiration from some cool designs that were pretty cool back in the day. So yeah, it's a pretty cool design. She's cool. Now, she's not as colorful as I would like it to be, but she's a rebel. She is a revolutionary. They don't really have a uniform to say. However, they do have a symbol, an X. And if you see an X, they're part of the revolutionaries. Just letting you know. Now, Icor. He's possibly one of my favorite characters that I've designed here. He is pretty fun. He's lighthearted, he's a kind of an older brother to most of the group, and he's pretty much a straight guy. Sometimes. More like a bi, but still. Now what's interesting is, unlike the main character or Ava, his powers is fire. Which is funny because Ava has bullets while the main character has shadow powers. Which means that he will be the light in the situation, but it doesn't mean that he won't be serious from time to time. He's a goofball, but he's still fire. He will light up your world, but he's still fire. It's very fun. Now, I will also say, he was the easiest one to design, even easier than the main character, because he was fun to draw. Unlike the main character, who takes a while before to finish, but still. Unlike the next character, I can't really tell you much about this next character because he is the major antagonist. He was unfun to draw though, so hey, at least he's on point. Now since I can't show you and tell you anything about the character, just sit back and enjoy the speed paint of drawing this character, which I'm naming Zeus. If you don't know the inspiration, you're either brain dead or EA, which I don't like. Stay back.
I've seen relics of kingdoms past and crowns of ancient kings. I've heard stories of distant lands, realms I long to reach. Your voice, it beckons me to go to worlds unexplored, to leave behind my home and wander. It beckons me to go to worlds unexplored.
I never got to finish the final character because OBS broke on me. He broke on me. Can you believe that? Now, I can't show you how I drew it, but I can show you how it looks like, and a small explanation of how it is, and how I did it. let's go. Now, how do I... yes, there. Come on, snap. There. Alright then, let's see, there. Alright then. This is the character. A police type of vibe. He's going to be a main antagonist, or at least an antagonist for simplicity's sake. His wireframe is pretty cool, or sketch if you prefer that. Title demon, just give me the title, thank you. Now this is the end, for now. See you next time!